Hello, everyone, and welcome to Test Run. Thank you very much for joining me. On this special episode, I have a guest, Holland, who is from the Winning Agenda.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm not related to Dave Hoyland. You nearly dropped the wrong name there.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm not offended. I love Dave. He's a good pal of mine. But yeah, we're excited to be here playing this Spark deck that we've cobbled together from the skeleton of my pre-Most Wanted list Spark deck, which I really, really loved and had to, set on the river and watch it drift off into the ocean a few weeks ago. But it's good, and we're excited.
I'm excited.
And well, hopefully our games go well. I mean, I think Noise is probably our worst matchup now that I'm thinking about it, because Imp is a real big pain. But
yeah,
I mean, that's an awkward thing to say now because Noise is really, really popular again. Because he was probably, I think Anarch was affected by the Most Wanted list least. Because they get Yogg and Parasite, but that's not a huge issue. It doesn't hurt things as much as other factions has. Okay, we're playing Haley, which is not too bad. Oh, Dan, go ahead and get Control P and zoom this in. I'll change your life again.
Control P, you said, or Control Plus?
Yeah, Control Plus. Sorry, yeah, not Control P. That'll print something. Control Plus. Did it work?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Look at that! Everybody at home, a little secret tech from us to you. Do we like this hand? It looks pretty garbage. And what are we playing? Haley. Haley, in my experience, takes a lot of time in the early game to sort of set up and put things together. And we don't have any advertisements that we can res proactively, so let's mulligan this hand.
All right, and our opponent does know that he's being recorded.
That's good.
Yep, I always make sure to note that.
Yeah. Okay, so this hand is not too bad. So let's go ahead and throw the wrap around in front of R&D.
Okay.
Oh, we're drawing a quandary. Okay, let's put the. Okay, we've already put the. Okay, so let's put the launch campaign behind the quandary in a remote server. How are we going there? And before we pass turn, res the launch campaign and end the turn. Okay, so we're going to start on 4 credits there. So my favorite thing to see them do here is then click for a credit in their first click, and we know that we've taxed them something. Yeah, there we go. Excellent.
Yep.
So what kind of Haley decks are around at the moment? I mean, the ones that I saw were sort of playing stealth because they had, Haley can get the pieces together really quickly, but I haven't seen any recently.
What I've been doing with my Haley deck that I'm testing now is I've been doing more of just the textbook Haley archetype, where it's the tech writers, caches, Aesop's pawn shops, those
yeah, she seems really good with technical writer. Okay, so what have we seen from our opponent there? Same old thing and an all-nighter. That's just when you bank a click, right?
Yeah.
Technically? Yeah, cool. And yeah, all right, so nothing as yet. So all right, let's go ahead and start the turn. Hopefully we'll draw something good soon. That'd be good. A pop-up window. Okay. We want to probably... What did we put on R&D again? The wraparound. Wasn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
let's draw a card.
All right. We got a 15 minutes.
All right. So let's put the Enigma on HQ. And put that pad campaign out just naked. If our opponent wants to spend 4 to trash that when we haven't rezzed it, we're not fussed at all. So new remote. Now, what we're going to have to do, because we're on the computer and not in real life, just hover the mouse over the server 2 in case we need to res it at some point very quickly between clicks of our opponents. Yeah, just end the turn. Otherwise, we're happy to res it at the end of their turn, but if we see a window where they've done something, like if they click for a credit, just snap res it because that eats them a click. And okay, so they're going to run there, so just let them in. We have no choice. If they want to pay 4 to trash it, I think that's pretty good for us.
Yep.
I'd be very surprised if they do.
Nope, they trashed it.
They did. They trash it. Okay, that's fine. I mean, if we thought they were going to, we could have rezzed it and essentially cost them 5 to our 2. Now they're played out of contacts. Okay, so we've got time now because they're going to be building slowly, I imagine. Contacts is a great card. And they don't have any same old thing targets apart from Sure Gamble, which we're not too fussed about. All right, so let's go ahead and start the turn. So hopefully while they're... We'll draw some good assets here. Okay, so let's draw another card. We were hoping to hit a Sand Center or product placement or something. All right, so what do we have in front of server 1 at the moment?
Just the quandary.
Just the quandary. Okay, let's put the special offer in front of server 1 and hedge fund this turn. And hopefully next turn we're going to see like a San or like an agenda we actually want to steal, actually want to score. And we might be able to pop something through while our opponent is behind on credits and board presence, really. They're still very, very early stages of rig development. I know Hayley can get things together pretty quickly once she has her money together because of her click compression.
Yep, but we don't even have an SMC on the table.
Yeah, so we're sort of we're free to score behind a paper wall. Oh, we don't have paper wall, but like something like a quandary at the moment. Okay, and an ASOPs. Okay, all right. That's an architect. That's
told the architect.
Yeah, so we're going to throw that architect in front of R&D and put that 15 minutes in server 1.
Seems
on
good.
The off chance that our opponent tries to run through there, they're going to hit our walls and we're going to gain some credits off it. And with our last click, let's put the pop-up in front of HQ. Or we could put it in archives if we think our opponent's going to do archive shenanigans. We sometimes see data suckers and things like that. Yeah. All right. Yep. Pop it on HQ. Having the pop-ups on the outermost pieces when you've got the harder walls on the inside is the way you want to go. All right. So I mean, hopefully our opponent's laughing at us. What am I about? Okay.
I think he's laughing because he's got no breakers and we've got double ice on.
6 ice. That's a good point. Our opponent doesn't know that all of our ice can be walked through like a wet piece of paper, but that's fine.
That's our hidden info.
Yeah, that hidden info. No one tell anybody. So next time we can score out this 15 minutes. Hopefully, maybe draw something good as well. If we get a Jackson sometime soon, that'd be good. After we score out this 15 minutes, we might want to aggressively draw, or we can leave 15 minutes there. The source. Oh my god. Oh, but hold on, we just score this agenda and it goes away, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a non-issue. Depending on what we draw here, we just score the 15 minutes as a 3-for-1, which is going to feel disgusting, but... all right, let's post the workshop down.
Probably not as disgusting as it is for him putting that down and then immediately losing it without
losing it. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, and a Sansan's there. Well, this is really obnoxious. So let's put the Sansan in the server with 15 minutes, res the Sansan, score the 15 minutes as a 2-for-1, force our opponent to try and run there and trash it if they can. And if not, next turn we can get real bull. I won't spoil it just in case my idea changes. But we can do something really obnoxious next turn if the window is there for it.
I don't know. I think that was pretty obnoxious.
Well, I suppose so. That was the whims of fate. We didn't know we had the Sansan in hand. I suppose our opponent didn't either. And we haven't had an SMC because I didn't even think about Cyberdex Virus when we were building this deck, by the way. And I just know retroactively that I'm sure there was a bunch of people watching that video saying, "Put CVS in, you idiot!" And I'm sure there was a window somewhere we could have popped it in, but yeah, whatever. We'll just play the Cyberdex game.
Yeah, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, so what's our opponent done? So they're still plugging along on contacts.
He's got to be digging for an SMC.
Did our opponent same old thing for a sure gamble last turn? What's in their bin? Let me see.
I think he did it for a diesel.
Oh, okay. All right, sure. I mean that looks good for us then.
Yeah, I mean he's just not having a good time. Something.
Yeah, I mean it depends on the kind of build that's been put together. The ASOPs is throwing me. I'm really interested to see what programs our opponent will be playing. Does ASOPs usually just imply cache these days?
Well, see, here's what I don't understand. So, in my mind, and I'm not a green player by any stretch. I've just recently started after Worlds really playing Hayley, but these cards are antithetical because when you play Personal Workshop, you play big meaty stuff that you don't want to actually pay for.
Yeah.
And when you play ASOPs, you play cheap garbage that you want to get a little bit of extra value out of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, for me, these don't normally cohabitate, right?
Yeah, there's a bit of antithesis going on there. Anti-synergy, rather.
Yeah.
I mean, our opponent might just sell the daily casts next turn for an extra credit. Maybe. I was really hoping our opponent was going to run R&D on that last click there. But
there's a Career Fair as well.
Yeah. Career Fair is a great card. I love Career Fair.
Yeah,
especially in Hayley. All right, let's draw not that. Okay. Now, what's our opponent got in the bin?
Career fair, professional contacts.
No programs, right? For that thing. Nope. Okay. We've only got a quandary in front of that. What's in front of the quandary? It's just the
special offer.
The special offer, which will do nothing. See, because part of me wants to do because I like taking risks in like high risk, high reward situations. So part of me wants to fast track for an Astra here and just put it in that server.
Yeah, let's do it.
See if everyone can do that. Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, that's all the support I needed. If you were like, I'll be like, okay, but let's play it safe. But, all right, let's do it. No. Put it in server 1.
Gain credit. Yeah.
Gain credit past turn.
Yeah, no, we do it.
Now, if our opponent just slams down their SMC, we'll be like, okay, fair enough. But we'll see. You got me. But if they have to dig for something, I mean, because they don't know. Again, that's a special offer, so they might want to try and set up for a way in which they have access to 2 breakers, which could be good.
Because they have the clone ship.
They do. Yeah. So if they play the SMC, they've got the clone ship, which means they need a lot of credits. What is
that?
Morningstar. Okay, well, our opponent's not getting in there this turn because they're not going to be able to. All right, so this is what I love. So if our opponent's gone for cards like Morningstar, which are really, really great for destroying things like Heimdall, but don't feel very good against a paper wall or a wraparound. Only for having paid so much to put in there. Oops, meant to host it on. Oh, okay, so they're not even playing it. So they're hosting it on the. They can take that back if they want to.
Yeah, take that back.
Yeah, go back to 10 credits, bro.
Yeah, bruh. Morningstar. I think we're gonna see stim hacks in our future.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
It's fine.
Okay, he's alright. I'll just play it. Okay, sure. Gotta learn somehow. Alright, if they want to. Okay. Well, our opponent playing a Morningstar there, I think, is pretty good for us, mostly because they've only got 2 clicks left, 2 credits, and that's not a breaker. That's not enough. To get in there. So if they still run that server, that's going to be phenomenal because we get to pop off their special order. And then they'll bounce off a quandary. But are they discarding now? No. Oh, okay, so they're just drawing with contacts. All right, so next turn, if we
score it.
We score the Astra, and we've still got a click left. If we somehow manage to get another fast track while this Sand
we have the Astro bar, even better.
Oh, that's also quite good. All right, so let's score this Astro before we do anything else. Oh, wait, just double check there's no clot or anything in the bin. I do this all the time. I always oh, shit.
We installed it last turn. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, cool. That's how paranoid I am, clearly.
Drop that
and let's... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, in the new remote. I don't know if I want to put it in server 1 just because I want to keep the Sand open. If are we ahead?
No, we only got 2 credits. 1 credit.
I suppose so. Yeah.
We're gonna make at least 1 credit off it. I mean, if you.
All right. Put it. You're right. Put it in server 1. If we need to override it, we will because the window's there. That's a good point. See, I'm usually just a bit more learned. Just put it off to the side, and everything's going to run there. I didn't realize we're only on 2 credits, so that's a good point. And we can still res this proactively if we need to. So did they sell a clone ship to ASOS Pawn Shop? Okay.
Yeah,
they must need the credits for something. Just res it now. Yeah.
I love Spark. I think Spark might be my favorite NBN identity. I just love it.
Yeah, it's good. Just being able to get in your opponent's turn with random crap is great. Especially when they don't realize that you can just res assets in between their clicks. And they're like, oh, I thought you could only res when I was running there. Like, no, that's not the case. So it can be really disruptive if you have the right amount. So that's why I'm thinking about maybe missing the Adonis campaigns. I don't know why Reality 3D is an advertisement. I could put it in here if it was an advertisement, I think.
Yeah, no, if it was an advertisement, it'd be perfect for this deck.
Yeah, also team sponsorship.
Oh my god,
that's a huge flavor loss.
A Rachel Beckman.
Oh my god, as if we didn't get our other breaking news. We just score breaking news. And
so I would like to point out that this deck features both Rachel Beckman and an 8-cost Fractor. and a
hyperdriver. Oh my god, this is the best ever. Alright. Okay, our opponent might do a lot of things in one turn, but they've only got 5 credits still. Exploder Palooza.
I think we just maybe draw and...
Yeah, I think we draw here too. Like, I don't want to score a 4 for 2 with our Astro counter and override our other thing. Okay, that's cool. Draw again. See if we get something. And a wraparound. Okay, so... Well, the wraparound's not going to do a whole lot right now.
We could put the other pop-up on something.
I don't want to just go down to 1 credit to do that. Let's pop-up window. Oh, jeez, I don't know.
They could be going for some weird notoriety play.
They could. So let's put the special offer on archives.
That's solid.
Yeah, I think that could be alright. And the turn. We want our opponent to run it. Do we have any face turn cards on archives? I don't think we do.
No.
No, you can sometimes bait out to get an extra 5 credits out of a special offer by, if you have any face down cards and archives, you can put it there and your opponent thinks that you're trying to protect an agenda that's in there maybe, and you just get to go from 1 to 5 at some points. Snowball, okay. That's another Fractor?
And he uninstalled Morningstar.
He overwrote Morningstar to put the more... Okay. Alright, well, I mean... Alright. Our opponent didn't exile their hyperdriver. Sorry, remove it from the game, but... Oh no, that's still a start. Oh, they had no memory. Oh, because... Whatever... Oh, because hyperdriver is like 3 memory, and Morningstar wasn't it 2? So they had to override it to get their 9-click turn or whatever it's going to be.
I just don't understand what's going on here.
8-click turn. Well, I'm really scared too. Like our opponent, because if they had more credits, I think I'd be more frightened because then they could do a lot of things. Currently, our quandaries and our enigmas are protecting a lot of stuff. If we manage to hit, I really want them to run R&D and just face plant into that architect and put us miles ahead. And now we've seen the. Okay, so this deck has Magnum Opus and Professional Contacts in it, which is interesting. Most people usually go for one or the other. Oh, I think some Kate decks might have for a while played both. I know when I play Shaper, I just love to run off a Professional Contacts economy. It feels really smooth. I'm not sure.
Yes, especially in Haley. Especially in Haley.
Yeah. Ugh. But you said you haven't been a green player for a while, or you mean you've just got into playing Shaper?
Yeah, I never really played Shaper. When I first started playing the game, I played Noise before Jackson came out. And then when Jackson came out, I was on Gabe and Andy for a while. And then about like a year and change ago, I got back on Noise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, there's the
we're going to score that bad boy. Boy, shove it in there. We're going to get this one, take this one home. Now, see if we let's just, we're going to have double Astro counter. And if we draw a fast track, literally anything, it's GG.
Yep.
Which is good.
Our opponent hasn't run anyway. We're living the yellow dream right now.
Clearly living there. Would you mind reading after this? Don't play like an idiot. We'll see if you want to. I mean, it's up to you, Dan. Or if you'd rather play something different, I totally understand because we want to showcase it against different things. Righto. So we can score that Exploded Palooza next turn as a 1 for 4.
Yeah, I mean this game is wrapped up. There's literally
1 for 2.
Wins.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if our opponent manages to trash the Sansan, we still install advanced scope. Yeah, you're right. Our opponent would have to trash the Sansan and get rid of the Exploded Palooza for us to not win next turn. But even if that happened, we would still be in a very good position.
Yeah.
That's quite good. I mean, our opponent's playing what appears to be a rather uninteractive deck. It might be one of these decks that goes for a very late game turn, which is what I would traditionally refer to as a control deck, because you give up a lot of your early game impetus and try to be just cannot be dealt with in the late game. But seeing as we're the other way around, and we've got all this very, very porous ice, and we're scoring our agendas very quickly because our opponent has given up all their early game impetus, and we're really, really powering home in the early game. That's what's let us sort of just get ahead so quickly.
They've made let's be clear. There have been no runs made.
Yeah, our opponent's not run anything, which when you're playing a runner, do you want to be really obnoxious and use both the counters? So, yeah.
Oh. Are you kidding? We have to use both counters. Like I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules.
Feel that bad boy. So obviously this game has gone very well for us. Our opponent didn't run, so I mean that works in any game of Netrunner. I'm glad if my opponent's not running. But you can sort of see some of the things that we put together when it came to the deck. I mean, that was traditionally just a basic fast advanced build. You can see how we were going about our ice placement, I think is very important. Like those kind of ice, like special offer and pop-up window, you really want to have on the outside of the server if possible. But yeah, I mean, how did you feel about that game, Dan?
I felt good about it.
Yeah, well, we won. Let's just point that out. Winning is great, and we love to win. But yeah, it would have been nice to have a
I'm
bit more
trying
of
to
an
basically
interactive.
let this guy know that it's not that I don't want to play him again. It's that if we're gonna do a second
Oh
game
yeah,
one
yeah.
film, I want it to be against somebody else,
Oh, of course, yeah. No, totally.
just to get variety.
Yeah.
So
no.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's try and find another game. Okay. Yeah, I really like Haley, but have never really played her much. I played Kate with Comet for quite a while, which was great because you get your clicks back from Lucky Finds, even though you go on.
The biggest thing with Haley is that post most wanted list, her lack of dependence on the prepaid economy and the ladies. Like, I just end up sitting on an absurd amount of money.
Yeah.
So even though I'm using Corroder, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm using... And in her, you get so much value out of the clone chips that they're absolutely worth the influence.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Because, like, being able... I have installed a clot from hand using Haley's ability in a clone chip. I'll be like, I'll clone chip this cache and bring the clot out. And they're like, what just happened?
Yeah. Oh, it's another Haley deck. All right. Now, part of me wants to keep this hand even though it has no ice. But but I think that's probably a bit too loose. Even though we've got the product placement, we have a pad campaign, we have a hedge fund, and a exploder play. We've got a lot of money in this hand here. It really depends on what our opponent is going to want to do early on. If they're anything like our last opponent, they're just happy to not run for the majority of the game, and this is a pretty good hand to have. We're also playing 16 ice, so I think we should go for the mulligan here. I mean, it could get a lot worse. I mean, this hand's much better than a hand with 4 ice in it. So,
I think
how are you feeling about it? You want to keep it? All right, let's keep it. All right, good. That's all. I just need a little show. All right, we're going to draw a piece of ice here. It'll be great.
Right. Well, also, you have to keep in mind, we're not up against Gabe. We're not up against
It's
Max.
very unlikely we're going to see a Siphon,
Her multi-axis is R&D interface. So... We're not going to get super burned, hopefully.
No.
And we draw more.
All right. Okay, so let's start off with the Sure Gamble. The hedge fund, sorry. I'm going to keep doing that, so people's going to have to deal with it. Then we're going to put down the launch campaign and the product placement in the same server. And before the end of that turn...
We res the product placement now.
That's correct. We res the product placement now, and at the end of their turn, we'll res the... other one. I mean, unless our opponent clicks for a credit, and then we're going to res it. Then we're going to eat them. Like, hover over the launch campaign. If our opponent clicks for a credit, just get him. Because we can shut down that Sure Gamble twice. Oh my god. Oh, they're running R&D. Alright, sure. Hopefully they don't steal our agendas. That would be unfortunate.
You had to say something.
Oh no! Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Alright. That's only breaking news, that's fine.
Well, good news is...
What is that? What is that? Oh my god, this is great, because they're going to sell the Harbinger to Aesop, and he's going to be like, bro, I'll buy it again off you if you want. Like,
yeah, no, he's playing the textbook deck. This is textbook Haley with technical writer.
Alrighty, okay, we res the launch campaign, didn't we? Alright, cool. Alright, now let's put the...
I think we draw.
Yeah, I want to draw too, yeah.
We got a special offer.
Yeah, let's put that in front of R&D, and then play out a pad campaign.
Yeah.
Because I'm not too worried if we don't want to signal to our opponent that we maybe have an agenda in hand, even though it's one of these ones that's beneficial if they steal it.
End of his turn, I'm going to res this. I guess it doesn't really matter because he's got the Harbinger.
Harbinger, yeah, well, no, because if our opponent sells the Harbinger, they'll go to 5 credits and they can Sure Gamble or do something straight away. So let's do it now.
Yeah.
I think. And,
eat up more clicks.
Well, also because I'm more tempted to do this now because they only have 1 credit. If they had maybe 6 or 7 credits, I maybe wouldn't want to do it in case they're just going to go there and trash it, even though that's still a 5 credit swing. At the end of the day, we still need the money from these assets. So. See? Yes, so they did have to click for the credit to get it, so that was convenient. Alright, so let's start our turn. Hopefully draw something really sweet here. because the opponent might catch up pretty quick.
That's not bad.
That's not too bad. Let's draw again. Let's draw for the first click. All right, Quandary's great as well. All right, so what we can start to do is set up a server behind a Quandary and a wraparound to start scoring basically behind if we're going to have time for that. So let's put a Quandary in front of that server, that one, yep, and put the wraparound in front of that. And next time we can install the Exploded Pollutes Advance at once and maybe put that pop-up window in front of HQ. I mean, it's unfortunate if our opponent runs and steals it, but, whatever. We've still got the 2 different gear check ice there, and our opponent doesn't have any programs to play yet.
Yep. I think the neatest thing about Haley is Haley effectively has 5 clicks as long as you're running a good draw engine like Pro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think if you're going to run Haley, you want to do it with professional contacts, not with the other engine that's really... Oh, well, the prepaid voice pad isn't going to be as popular now.
Or Baby.
Yeah. All right, and they're running here, so let's hope they don't steal our agenda.
Nope.
Yay. Okay.
Alright, so let's fire it up.
Trickle in the economy. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, so let's put both of them in...
Server 1.
Server 1.
And then pop
we
up
can just...
on... No, we can just put the pad out.
You're right, let's put the pad out. Yeah, that's a good point.
Just be awful.
Well, the other thing we could have done there is also advance that once, but we don't really want to signal to our opponent, even though it's pretty obvious one of those cards is going to be an agenda. But next time we can score it as a 3 for 2.
If he clicks for a credit, then I flip the pad.
Oh, 100%. Well, they're doing that with contacts, so I mean it's less profitable for us to do it.
Oh.
But we should still just do it. Okay. Yeah. Res it now just to freak them out.
We do have some money, though.
Yeah, we do, which is good. It's where we want to be. Did we res that pop-up? The pad?
Oh, damn it. I forgot.
Oh, that's okay. It's no problem. Let's score out this exploder.
I just love how much of a red alert button Sand City
makes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of the worst things I can see as a runner. Because I'm like, wow, I have to go and deal with that. I have to stop everything I'm doing over here, stop all this fine rig development I've been doing, and just go and get rid of that. And it's just really the worst. And particularly when it's behind 2 pieces of ice. I mean, a lot of the time, traditionally in fast advanced near Earth hub decks, it's just naked, or it's behind something like really easy to get through.
Hunting grounds. He's worried about the Data Raven.
Oh yeah, or our pop-up windows. That's gonna be a pain. We're not gonna get our regular dosh. Alright. Okay, draw an agenda. Let's go. Draws one. Alright, cool. I was going to say play out Jackson maybe, but drawing's fine. We'll put one of the Quandaries in front of HQ and gain a credit. And next turn, if we don't draw something boss, we will play out the Jackson and draw with him. You know what I'm very excited for? Like
2 res pad campaigns?
Well, that's actually quite good. But no, I sat on Jinteki for like a few hours the other day, just switching between my game and the article in which they announced the Full Art World Championship decks.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for those Full Art. I love stupid Full Art stuff like that. I can't wait to pimp out my decks. Oh, an Atman at what? 0? Okay. What does that let our opponent into? Literally everywhere?
Literally everywhere.
Wrap around. We've got to wrap around somewhere, don't we?
Yeah.
Do we? Well, we'll draw one at some point. Well, at this point,
we have a wraparound. We have a wraparound.
We do? Oh, I got a wraparound there. Okay, cool. All right. So, but our opponent can go get the thing they need if they need to. So let's try and not leave an agenda there overturned if we can. But our opponent doesn't have a lot of credits to go there and trash what they need to. All right, let's draw with Jackson.
Do you put the Jackson in server 1?
Nah, let's put it out next to the other pads. They can go trash it if they want. We got 2, and like they're in a position where they have to go and spend 3 credits. That's fine. Okay, we've got a fast track. We can't afford to be that obnoxious, I don't think. Let's play out the... Let's see, our Quandaries aren't doing anything at the moment. Let's play out the hedge, I think. Play the hedge fund. And put the... Oh, that was the last click. Alright, never mind. Alright,
that's all we got. That's all we got, Brian.
Yeah, that's all we got, yeah. Alright, so depending on what our opponent does here, we might have a window next turn to do something stupid.
But Haley's starting to do Haley stuff here.
Haley stuff, yeah. Oh, and the film critic's out. Our opponent is worried. That'll turn off our Exploder Police. So what do we have there? Just res it. Make them spend the 1. Every credit counts. I mean, if they siphon us next click, my face will be red, but I mean, that's not going to happen probably.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway if they siphoned us.
Alrighty. If we can Architect, that'd be pretty good too. What's there? Yeah, res that. Get some juice of it. Now, our opponent can't. They can break it with Atman because they've got the 3 data cycle counters. So just ask them if they want it to fire or not.
Yep.
Oh, yep, they're not letting it fire. That's fine.
I'm totally okay with that.
Totally okay with that, yeah. They still want us to go up to 15 credits. That's perfectly okay and reasonable, I guess. They didn't steal anything, so that means we're not going to draw anything. So part of me wants to use the Jackson now, but that's okay. Start the turn. What are we going to get? An Enigma. That will keep them out. So put Enigma in front of server 1.
Fast
track for an Astro script and put it in that server. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very excited to have you on. This is a completely different mindset to the way I usually play.
I'm not sure. I mean, I come from you might have to control minus there. Yeah. I come from a Magic the Gathering background, and I always love to go fast, and that's definitely transitioned into Netrunner. So being aggressive and obnoxious where we can. Our opponent's got 10 credits. What can they do here? They can get something to break this.
Right, but they don't have the clone ship.
Yeah, they'll rue the day they spent those 3 data cycle counters, I think. And even if they do get in there, I'm not sure if they're going to have to... Are they firing it? Okay. They've only got 1 click left. Yes, sweet. We're going to score this. Undy per. Now they're going for HQ. That's fine.
Come on in. The water's fine.
Yeah. And let's seeing that pop window again. All right, so let's score this. And there's the Beal. All right, yeah.
No, I think we score this and then just put the Beal in.
Yeah, I agree. Just because I think that's actually a safer server than HQ at the moment.
Oh, 10,000% that is a safer server than HQ.
Yeah, maybe just a touch. Maybe we can score that Beal like crazy next turn too. All right, I'm feeling okay at the moment, although that bubble's going to burst soon, I imagine, when our opponent starts to get things to break stuff. The other thing they can do... Oh, here comes another Ant-Man with a 2. I would have just run Archives and got another couple of data.
He still doesn't have
enough to get in there, right?
Well, he doesn't have a Fractor.
Yeah, that's right. And even if they got in there, it wouldn't have enough to trash the stuff that's in there. Oh, they're going after a paid campaigns. Or was that a mistake?
I think he's doing takesies, backsies.
That's okay. I mean, I've misclicked as well. Plenty of time. We've still got a Jackson on board, which is good. And yeah, they really need that Fractor. Do they have anything in their bin, or is it just the SMC now? And is there a clone ship in there? And the Harbinger.
They use the clone ship.
Do they discard their Technical Rider? Oh no, it had 5 things on it. Oh, I'm way greedy with my Technical Riders than that.
Spend that money.
The 5. Yes, get it all out of there. Alright, so now they're going for it, and we're going to res this, and they're going to face plant. So they can go and try and get some data attack counters to bring the wraparound down to 2 if they want to get in there, but that's not going to happen this turn, I don't think.
Nope.
Unless they just drop their quota that they had in hand. But I probably would have played it if I had it earlier and fired my ability and done something else and then run. Because then you got most bases covered. Okay, and they're running here again. Are they using their... Oh, okay, they're using an A data cycle counter to get through with their Ant-Man at 2. Not sure about that, seeing as they now know about the wraparound, so they probably want to be accruing data suckers as fast as possible. That's okay. We're going to win one in a second. Okay, we're going to... so let's score out the Beal for 2 clicks, keeping it the Astro counter, and then put that Architect in front of R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we're a bit low on cash here, so we have to res the Architect. Hopefully we get some value off it. At the moment, we probably won't because they can break it with Atman. But that means they won't be able to break the special offer, which means we'll get our money from it. Inti is out. Okay, well, Inti's mad respect for Inti. Let's res the shit out of that Architect.
Yeah, I know exactly what build they're playing.
Yeah, is it been popular? I haven't really seen any hate.
No, I mean, popular is not necessarily the right word, but it's on the front page of Netrunner DB right now because it's like it's one of the first lists that people have been trying to get traction with.
Ah, okay, cool.
Since the most wanted list.
Yeah. All right, so our opponent's going to get an access here, but they've gone down to 0 data cycle counters, which means on the return run through there, they're not going to be able to break both of those eyes. So they'll have to choose one or the other. We're going to get 2 credits next turn, so if we do manage to draw something with Jackson, we can score and win. We only need 1 pointer as well. So if we draw a fast track...
So hit Jackson.
Yeah, hit Jackson. We don't need another sand right now. Draw 2. Exploder, that's like the worst one, but we can install it. We can't score that. We can fast track for breaking news, install it, and score that, though. Fast track, breaking news, install it.
Or anything.
No, let's go 15 minutes. Yeah, whichever one. It has to be a 2-for-1.
No, I'm right.
Yeah, okay. I was really scared then for a second. I'm like, did you just trick something else? Now use the Astro counter, and it's GG. All right, that was a much better example of how this deck feels like it should play. How'd you feel about that game, Dan?
I liked it, and this is pointing out something that I'd like to bring up about the current meta to my viewers, which is people are playing a lot more pro-co-centric decks, and don't get me wrong, I love professional contacts, but we can still play all of our fast draw tools if we're willing to play with them. People are started to test all of these incredibly slow setup runner decks, and I'm like, the world still doesn't move that slowly.
No, it does not at all. Yeah, Contacts is a great card. I've played every time I play a Shaper deck. I want to have a Contacts build, but you really feel when you sit down against the opposite of yellow deck, you're like, I'm really not going to be fast enough for this. And if you can, it's great against HB when you're both trying to go hard in the late game, but it definitely does slow you down. So don't be intimidated. I agree.
Yeah, no, I like this deck. It's simple. It would very, very much so fall apart in the mid to late game, especially against somebody like Haley. Like, once this full rig, like, we maybe had a turn or two before we turned into complete paper.
Exactly right. And that's the, it's sort of like an 80-20 deck. Sometimes, like, 80% of the time things go well and you win, 20% of the time you just lose. You just, nothing you can do. And the kind of decks that I do like to play, when I'm feeling a bit more loose, I should say. Sometimes I like to go for a more glacier strategy when I've got a little bit more control over what's going on. But yeah, this deck wants to go really fast. It wants to go early. So if your opponent is going a little bit slower, it's like I said in the Dirty Laundry video when we were building the deck. The longer these cards like Quandary and Wraparound stay active, the better it is for you. And especially when your opponent's going slow and you're disrupting their rig development by draining them credits. It really helps things go across. So I really hope that these videos demonstrated that a little bit. But still not 100% happy with the deck. We have to toy around with the influence a little bit. It's not anywhere near as powerful as it was pre-MWL, but the whole idea is MWL. So yeah, what is? Yeah, exactly right, yeah.
But yeah, Brian, thank you very much for coming on the channel. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Yeah, no problem. It was a blast. Do you want to tell everybody where you can be found?
Oh, yeah. So if everybody wants to get in contact with us at The Winning Agenda, you can check us out at thewinningagenda@gmail.com. If you want to send us an email, you can check us out on Facebook. Our like page is The Winning Agenda. And you can hit us up on Twitter at Winning Agenda. If you want to hang out and spam Netrunner shit at me personally, you can find me at BW Holland on Twitter. And you can just tune in every Monday for the Winning Agenda podcast. Check out thewinningagenda.com. And thanks so much to Dan, Code Marvelous, for having me on. I had a really good time, dude.
Yeah, and everybody check out The Winning Agenda. They make a lot of really great content for all levels of play. As always, you can find In Our Black Hats on YouTube, of course, also on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Twitter and Facebook. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.